Yay! Happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Wendy Lee from CreativeLeeYours.com, and I'm happy that you're joining me today in the studio for some crafty fun today. We're going to do a masculine card today, and we're going to show both sides of the designer series paper. Super fun. I love that. Sneak peek behind me. Let me scooch you on over. Oh, you can't even see them very well. See if I can turn it a little. Maybe you can see them a little bit better. That is an upcoming class I have registration open for now. It is the Rain or Shine bookmarks card class. So each card can be used as a bookmark as well, or it has an element that is removable to use as a bookmark. So it's a great class to gift for, to use as giftables for, well, yourself, right? Anybody that reads, teachers, great class. And it's super cute product, right? So if you're interested in that, be sure to get on my email list if you're not already on my email list, because that's how you find out about all my events I have going on. All right, I'm going to switch the camera over and let's get started with today's crafty fun. Yay! All right, hopefully everything's working. Uh-oh, there it goes. Yay! Let me fix this one setting and we're good to go, I think. Well, Sherry, so glad you're here today. Jean, so glad you're here as well. Oh yeah, comfy on the sofa. I love that. Yeah. All right, so we are featuring some products from the By the Bay suite. So this is on page 22 and 23 in our January to April mini catalog. Love this product suite. Now, I will tell you, the dies here have been so super popular that you cannot order these right now. So that means since the dies are not orderable, you can't get the full suite right now, and you can't get the bundle right now, but you can order all the other products in the suite individually, right? This should be available again around the last week of March, like the 27th or so. Now we are featuring this product suite in this month's All-Star Tutorial Bundle as well. So when you purchase $50 in product from me, if you're in the US, I can't sell product to outside the US, but I can sell classes. So our class PDF tutorials, let me put that way. If you're in the US, you can purchase anything that I have. But yes, if you are in the US and you spend $50 before shipping and tax with me this month, then you get a tutorial, video class tutorial bundle for free. It's got 12 fantastic projects in there, and it is video tutorials for each one of them. So this is a global demonstrator collaboration. And we've got some very talented people on the team. So you can also purchase that tutorial for $15 if you prefer to get it that way. So today's project is going to feature the Seaside Bay stamp sets. And yes, the dies that you cannot order that are coordinating, but you know. And then the Friends Are Like Seashells stamp set, which is in our annual catalog. Love this one, and it's been in there for a little bit, hoping it will stick around a little bit longer, but we'll see when the catalog changeover happens. But it coordinates fabulously with this set. Actually, there is a set of dies that goes with this Friends Are Like Seashells stamp set, and those dies actually cut out some of the images that are in the designer series paper from this Seaside or By the Bay suite. So lots of fun. Definitely great mix and matching of coordinating products. So here is the first sample I made for today's project. So you can see we're showcasing both sides of the designer series paper, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. This fun fold actually was, I learned this from Rachel Tessman. I changed it up just a smidge, but loved the concept and wanted to give this a go. So I'm sharing it with you here today as well. So we've got the outside, and we've got a little collage going on, our designer paper showing. And when you open it up, you see the paper on the inside as well. And I've continued this little element down the side, and then we've got some stamping along the bottom. Now I did my card inside as Sahara Sand. I feel like the color is light enough that if you wanted to go ahead and write a note to someone, you totally could write on this cardstock. If that bothers you, change the cardstock color, right? You could even put a white layer over here, but it covers that beautiful paper. So I don't know if you'd really want to do that, but so fun. So we're going to do another color option of this, pulling out a different print from the pattern paper. So let's start with our pattern paper. Now I will update the video. I thought I had all that ready before we went live, but I did not. So I will go back and update the video description. So if you do show more, you'll see more information about this live today. And I will give you the complete cut dimensions as well as the supply list. So all you have to do is click on the link, add the products to your shopping cart, and you are good to go. So I will update that after the video. Like I said, I didn't have that all ready to jump on in and do that. Hey, Susan, so glad you're here as well. All right, so let's get started. So we have our piece of designer series paper, and I've already cut this down. It's 6 inches by, let me make sure I say this right, 5.5. I'm on the 6-inch side, and I'm going to score this at a 1/2 inch and 4 3/4. So I'm going to choose on my Simply Scored. I like to use the larger ball end on the tool when I'm scoring designer series paper. You can use either end. It really doesn't matter. But I find that I don't put quite as much pressure when I use the larger ball end, and which is better for designer series paper because you don't want to push too hard or it will actually tear the paper. We don't want torn paper. No, 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 no. No torn paper, right? Okay, so the big decision that we have to make at this point is, do we want this print here, over here, or over here, right? So let me just fold this back. So we've got the muscles with the little waves on this side. So we could do it this way, or I could flip it and do it this way as well. You guys have an opinion? Which one do you like? Do you like it better with the muscles on the larger point, or the muscles or the waves on the larger point? So which one would you like to see on the larger point? While we're thinking about that and you guys are answering that question, I'm going to slide this over to the side. So you need to tell me if you want the wave side as the majority or the muscle side as the majority. While we're looking at that, let me go ahead and pull in some of my elements here that I'm going to attach to this designer series paper. So I've already die cut these. Let's bring back in these By the Bay dies. So here are my our Seaside Bay dies. I keep calling them the wrong name. So I've got these, and like I said, I've already die cut some of these pieces. Pull those out. I've used this fun edge right here. I love this. It kind of looks like the beach to me, or a torn edge, which I thought was really nice. So I've done 2 pieces. This is the rose gold specialty paper. So I've cut 2 of them with rose gold specialty paper. You guys want to see the waves on the large side. Okay, majority rules. We'll do waves on the large side. All right. And then I've got 2 pieces that are the Fine Shimmer paper. So you could see I've die cut that, and then I can just pull that off. So this paper is nice and thick. The texture is actually pretty smooth since it's a fine shimmer, but fabulous shimmer, right? But I wanted you to see when I first cut that, it did leave that edge on there, but it was super easy to just pull that off. So I've got 2 of those as well, and we're going to layer all that together. So that was done with this piece here. All right, we'll bring those back in later. All right, so it looks like everybody wants to do the wave side. Hey, Carol, so glad you're here. Connecticut, that's where my son lives. He is in the Navy. And so he is stationed in that Groton area. They actually live right outside of Mystic, which is a cute little town. All right, so I am folding kind of a Z fold with my designer paper. So I've got this little tab here, and then I've got my front element here. I'm going to go ahead and on this front edge, let's go ahead and layer these specialty papers that we've die cut. So I'm just going to run a little Stampin' Seal along here, right? And we're going to lay that rose gold. And I want to see, let's see, we're just going to center it left to right. And if I'm a little bit long, which looks like I am here, at the end, I can just clip away anything that bothers me, right? All right, so I've got that little edge there. And then let's do one more. and we are going to layer it with that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shimmer paper. So I love all that sparkle that's going on there. And we'll just clip ever so slightly that little edge off. Okay, so then this is going to fold back and bring that great element there. Now let's go ahead and tack this in place. You don't have to, but I'm going to go ahead and tack that down just so it doesn't fly open on us. And then we're going to work on our collage in just a moment, but let's go ahead and put it on our card base. So I want to repeat what I've done on the outside. I want to repeat with these little elements here. So let me run some adhesive along this tab here. Okay. And we are going to lay this down, and I'm actually going to fold this because I want to make sure that I am covering the, let me say that differently. I want to make sure I don't go past that fold, right? So I want to cover that edge of that die cut there. Make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So now I can just add another little strip of adhesive, pick up the other element. Again, I want to make sure I don't go past that fold line that I've got going on in there. So we'll just double check that. Yep, I'm pretty good there. So I can adjust that just a smidge. Nice, right? Okay, so we've got our design on the inside and the design on the outside of the front. Now, I've got a piece of Sahara Sand, and this is actually cut 4 3/16. So you're like, Wendy, 3/16? Oh, you do not have to cut it 4 3/16. I cut it just shy of 4 1/4 because of the width that gets added when you layer this on. You could choose to put your tab behind. I am putting the tab on top. So I did cut it down to 4 3/16, but you could cut it the 4 1/4. And then it is 5 1/2 long. Now I've already stamped the sentiment on here. You are unique and completely amazing. And that came from the Friends Are Like Seashells stamp set. That was an accident. I was prepping and I realized, I stamped ahead of time. It's okay. We're not going to worry about it. We're just going to let that go. No worries, right? I still need to stamp my sand and shells. So I'll show you that part. So this was stamped in Night of Navy ink. I am going to go ahead and bring in Sahara Sand ink. Oh, Carol, you grew up in Ledyard, which is next town over to Groton. Okay, nice. Nice. Yeah. So they're stationed. They've been there a few years. They live in a cute little house that they're renting on the bay right outside of Mystic, which is, it's fun. Lots and lots of fun. So I'm just going to stamp those shells and sandy image right down there. It just gives it a little subtle touch. And then let's add some sand. How about that? Ooh, I like that. You guys like that? I like that. All right, so we've got our little sand. Fun. And then we can add our designer paper right to the front of our card base here. So I'm going to add adhesive on this tab. Ooh, hopefully I'm in the camera. I cannot see very well on this, so I want you guys to be able to see it. I'm just going to try to, I'm putting a little excessive on the adhesive here. I want to make sure this adheres really, really well, and I want it all the way to the edge. So I'm folding this, and I'm looking to make sure that I get this edge covering that edge of that cardstock. I don't want that showing. So that's part of the reason I went ahead and did that slightly narrower. Even though I wasn't wrapping it to the back, I did want to make sure I'm not showing the Sahara Sand on the front. That's just the look I was going for. You could totally have it show and it would be fine. But how fun is that to have that little element on the inside and the outside? I think this is an awesome masculine card. Any beach lovers out there would love it, I think, as well. All right, next. Oh, I forgot to grab my deckled rectangles. If you guys need to see those dies, let me know. I took some Sahara Sand as well as a piece of the designer paper. So you can see it's got another print on the back. And I cut both of those out with the smallest deckled rectangle die. I love how it's got that weathered look, like torn. So it kind of really ties itself design-wise to this element here. Oh, thank you for that, Carol. Yeah, oh, and your son is retired Air Force. Well, thank you as well. Yeah. Yeah, Chase, my son's name is Chase, and he is in the Navy and loves it. He's excelling at it. It seems to fit his personality really well. And so far, his wife has put up with all the craziness, right, that the military brings you. So he's underway right now. So who knows where he actually is at the moment. He's in a submarine. Fun, right? All right, so I'm going to stamp this happy birthday right on this little, kind of looks like a little weathered sign that I've got going on there. And that's in my Night of Navy ink is what I grabbed there. Okay. And then I want to layer these, and I'm going to offset this just a bit because I want to be able to see that Sahara sand on the back side. So let's go ahead and use some dimensionals for this. Let's see, that should probably be all right. I'm going to do 3. That should be sturdy enough, you think? No twisting going on. All right. And again, I want to offset this just a bit because I want to be able to see that. Kind of frames it really nicely. Cute. All right, let's bring in some liquid glue. You could use Stampin' Seal on this as well, but I'm being lazy, and liquid glue will work very easily. And we'll slide this down where we want it. So you can go as high or as low as you want. Looks like I got it on there a little bit crooked, but that's okay. All right, and that's going to take a moment to dry. So let's look at our next elements that we're pulling out. So I went ahead and took the dies again. Let's bring these back in. And I used this little grassy image here. I thought there were 2 of them. I may have misplaced one. But I used this little grassy image here, as well as one of these shells right there. And I cut out some paper elements. So I've got my little shell, and that's out of Petal Pink. And then I cut a few grass pieces, actually more than I needed, out of the designer paper. So this way I've got some variation of blues and greens. And I think I only want 3 of them. So there's a little bit of white in there. There's some blue, there's some green. So I just cut it right out of that designer paper. And it doesn't look like I kept that piece to show you which print I used. Okay, now I want to go ahead and slide these and kind of tuck them in. So you can either use liquid glue, or I'm going to grab a little Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to lift this little edge here, and I'm going to kind of tuck this grassy greenery here right under the edges. So I'm making a little bit of a collage. Just my little underwater sea collage there. Got one there. Again, you could put in as many of these as you have the patience to die cut, right? A little overlap going on there. Nice. And then I'm going to tuck this little shell on there. I'm going to leave a little space, and you'll see why in just a moment. I'm going to tuck that kind of underneath that grass in that one part there. Nice, cute. Now, I want to go ahead and add a mussel right here. And there is a stamp image that you could stamp, but oh my goodness. You also have a sheet of the designer paper. So you could cut it out of this one, but this one has some specialty, like iridescent, kind of a metallic-y look on the back of it. So you really can die cut that with the coordinating die, and it will cut that out for you. Or you could fussy cut it. If you don't have to have these dies. You could totally fussy cut that. And I'm just going to put that little mussel right into my collage. How cute is that, right? I think we could even tuck that shell up a little bit higher. Let's grab that and pull that up just a little bit more. And then put our mussel on there. Love that. So much fun. Now I'm going to put my dimensionals up high because I am going to overlap that sign just a smidge. Got it up a little too high right there. All right. And we'll just tuck that right in there. Cute, 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 cute. I love it. Let's see. Oh, hey, Jamie. So glad you're here as well. Oh, you like this use of Designer paper, Jean. Oh, good, good, good. Yeah, I love this edging with that die. I think it just adds a really, really nice element and really ties the design together really well. All right, let's add a little bit of bling. You can see I love these flat adhesive back pearls. Look how iridescent those are. Love them, love them, love them. And at first, you know, when I saw these in the catalog, I didn't think I was going to like them. I was like, I don't know. It's kind of chunky and big. But, oh my gosh, when you're doing something like this particular card here, how awesome is this giant flat pearl that you can just put right into your collage? Love that. And then you can take a couple smaller ones and just sprinkle those right down into the water. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So how fun. So you could take any print out of this paper pack, create this project, perfect for masculine or feminine, right? Either one works nicely. I'm partial to the muscle because I love that I can cut it out of the designer paper. But again, you can cut out the shells from the paper. You can stamp your images. You know, you've got some great images in here that you could stamp and use in your collage as well. And then, of course, if you pull in the friends are like seashells, you've got additional elements there as well that you can pull in. So it's super, super versatile. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right. Good. You guys like this one? Oh, good. You love it. Yay, 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 yay. I hope you guys will give this one a try. In addition, I do want to mention one other thing. In addition to my Rain or Shine bookmarks card class, I also have registration going on for a couple other things. Registration for my Cultivated Creativity. That's my subscription program. It is a 5-project class kit that comes to your doorstep every month that you're a registered guest. It's $39 in the US. Comes with about $20 in consumable supplies that you'll use and have plenty left over. And this month we are featuring the Sweet Citrus Bundle. And oh my God, they are fresh and fun, exciting projects. Do I have them in here to show you a sneak peek? I do somewhere. I think I've got them in the other room actually, because I'm in the process of starting to make sure I have all my supplies ready to start cutting. So you have up until the 20th of March to register for that particular class. Oh, Carol, I'm in North Carolina. So yeah, Pufftown, North Carolina is where I am right now. Yep. Been here, we've been in North Carolina for about 26 years or so, maybe. Seems like a while, but we love it. We're close to the beach, within 5 hours, close to the mountains, depending on how deep in the mountains you want to go. We're anywhere from an hour to 3 hours. But it's a great place to live. The weather's fairly mild, not too terribly cold, although we do get some cold, not crazy hot like when I lived in Texas, right? All my Texas friends, very, very, very cold, hot actually in the summer there. Not too cold there either, but yeah. So yeah, we've been here for quite some time. Been to Connecticut several times to visit my son, going back again, I'm sure. So yeah, fun, fun, fun. All right, thank you all so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this project today, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you're not following me yet, go ahead and follow my channel. I have been trying, hopefully this is working out better for you guys. I have been trying to schedule the event for our live each Tuesday. So after this is done, I will go in and update the video description with the supply list and cut dimensions. As I mentioned, I'm putting in both Imperial and metric. So my friends across the pond can also create this with their sizes. I think they do an A4, I think is the right size for them. So I'll have those measurements in there as well. And then you'll see more about this project on my blog tomorrow at creativeleeyours.com, because this is my project for our all-star tutorial blog hop, which you will see some great alternate projects, all using the By the Bay product suite. So if you're loving that one, you'll see lots of great ideas there. Let's see what else. I think that's it for now, but if you have questions, let me know. And again, if you are not a subscriber to my email list and you want to keep up with all my events, I highly recommend that you grab that link, sign up, join me on my email list. I do send a free PDF tutorial bundle out every month to my subscribers. It's a good one. People really, really enjoy that one. So Anyway, thanks so much.